Hi, my name is Christiane Weber, and today I have the opportunity of presenting my unit plan presentation. My unit plan theme is the Olympics. So when the torch of the real Olympics are ignited, they say games wide open or let the games begin, which is why I am saying learning wide open as my unit plan title. Before going into any further detail, I just want to quickly discuss what I will be going over. So my unit plan is for fourth grade, and I will be highlighting my unit plan rationale, the essential questions, and key understandings, which is essentially what I want students to understand from each subject. Then I'm going to take each subject and highlight one part of what I would have done in the actual lesson. So for example, for math, I'll discuss my adaptations, and for social studies, I'll quickly go over what a motivational activity would have been. So my unit plan rationale, the entire thing is listed here, but essentially I did want the students to take away three main things from this unit plan. The first thing is fair play. So fair play is a sports concept, but it also can be applied to the classroom and worldwide today in many different ways. So learning to play fair in sports and in the classroom can lead to the development and reinforcement of fair play behavior in one's community and in one's life. The second thing I want students to take away is practicing respect. So when young students who live nowadays in a multicultural world, they can learn to accept and respect diversity and practice peaceful personal behavior. And in doing this, they will be able to promote peace and international understanding. And the last thing I want students to take away is a focus and pursuit on excellence. So a focus on excellence can help young students to make positive, healthy choices and to strive to become the best that they can do in whether it's sports or in the classroom. So this ties in to my essential question, which is in what they're learning in these subjects, how can this relate to the subject topic, and also how does this relate to daily living. So a lot of the Olympics could be learning social emotional learning and relating this to their everyday lives. And this could be both for the Olympics and the Paralympics. So just to highlight on what in my unit plan my civic engagement would have been, a really cool thing is volunteering at a Special Olympics program. They offer a lot of those worldwide, statewide, and especially in New York. So that would have been a great opportunity for fourth graders to be able to volunteer and see what it's like to volunteer at an Olympic game and practicing respect, the pursuit of excellence, and that fair play. So going into my enduring understandings, this is essentially what I want students to learn in the subjects. So in math, I want students to learn how to multiply a whole number of up to 4 digits by a one whole digit number and multiply 2-digit numbers. And then relating to the Olympics, students will understand different Olympic sports offered by completing different various fast fact multiplication worksheets and color by number worksheets where they will be able to color in different sports. For social studies, they're going to be learning the New York State regions. So students are going to be able to identify New York State regions and locations. And then relating this to the Olympics, students are going to be learning about Lake Placid, where the Winter Olympics in New York was held in 1932 and I believe 1980. And then in science, they're going to be doing a model light reflection. So students are going to describe how light reflects from objects and enters the eye, allowing objects to be seen. So students will take a look at how light reflects on different athletes during different Olympic performances based on the sports, whether that's gymnastics, bobsledding, ice skating, track and field, all different types of sports. And in ELA, I want them to demonstrate character development. So students will demonstrate how to write a character development story, and they will be writing a 5-paragraph realistic fiction story, and we'll be doing a lot of mentor texts based on different Paralympics and different Olympians to get inspiration to develop character traits. And this will be able to help students to understand who they are as individuals and who different athletes are. So now just quickly going into some things that I would go over in a class. So for math, I just wanted to highlight on the adaptations. So my adaptations would be for ELL learners, for dyslexic learners, and students with disabilities or special education students. So for special education students or those struggling with verbal communication, they might need to be primed or prompted. So that's essentially given more time to answer a question before speaking. So prior to starting any activity, I, as the teacher, would briefly talk to the students about the lesson and what questions they can expect during the lesson. So that way they can think about it or come up with a cue card and be prepared for a written response so that they don't feel rushed or feel on the spot when the questions do come in the class. And then for English language learners, I would give different anchor charts, and in the left that is actually a Poppet with different multiplication fast facts to help them learn their fast facts in a fun way that's both visual. And then this is an example of the worksheet that I would be grading. So on the left is the one that would go to your regular students or those who are satisfactory completing the work. And the one on the right would be the modified version. So essentially you do have the same questions. There are just boxes and more visuals, and you could say, I guess, sentence starters or number starters to help those students who are experiencing dyslexia or those who need to be prompted for more help. In a social studies, I wanted to focus on what my motivational activity would be. So I would want students to come in, and we are learning about various regions in New York State. So I would have 7 different tables set up with different pictures, and students are going to select based on where they would want to visit most, and that's going to determine where they sit. So whatever picture intrigues you more, for me it would probably be the Adirondacks. So then I would sit at the table that is the Adirondacks, and then those students who are sitting at the table are going to complete a quick little jigsaw puzzle of that picture just to get them thinking about different places and why they selected that. Just a fun motivational activity to introduce them to different regions in which their final project would be to create a postcard. Moving along to the science, I wanted to focus on the academic enrichment. So this is going to be focusing on, they would be creating a mirror, and they have a broken mirror and they have to put the pieces back together and understand why when you touch a mirror, why it is flipped, and how they would then write a paragraph on why it is seen that way. So that would be the academic enrichment for those students who are completing the activities quicker. And then in ELA, I wanted to focus on my technology integration. So for this, I love this both in like real life and also for this lesson plan. This is called Book Creator. So instead of students writing it on a physical piece of paper, they would use Book Creator, which is an app, and it is free for most students. I think if you sign up with a school, it is free for students. So on the left, you can see a sample of what students see, so they can type up their essay and include pictures. And then on the right, you can share your book with all your classmates, so then you will have a classroom library, which I think is just a great technology integration. I would probably have the students draft their essays on paper, and then their final copy could be typed, so this way they're learning handwriting skills as well. But I just thought this was great integration for ELA for producing that final paragraph and realistic fiction story. And that is quickly my unit plan. I hope that you were able to learn some things and understood what my big vision was with the Olympic theme, and I look forward to watching all your unit plans and learning about them. So thank you for listening.